So let's stay on that conversation, the electricity and energy market investment around that, with the Director General, Center for Energy Investment and Innovation, Dr. Gemma Sulaiman, joins us virtually. Dr. Sulaiman, good afternoon and welcome to the program. So I wonder if you heard that report talking about using the capital market to raise money and all of that. And of course, this follows the Electricity Bill Act, which has now been signed into law, and all of that. I would like to know what you think about that bill to start with. I know that the president has said that there's a target of having about 50% renewable energy mix by 2030. But some would say, can we first of all start from what we have? So we have a new law now that empowers states to generate and distribute and all of that. And we heard heard that, how Lagos State is planning to use the capital market. How you think this can be efficiently used to provide funding and electricity, affordable electricity that is, to Nigerians?
Thank you very much, Amy. Thank you very much, Amy.
I can hear you, so Dr. Sulaiman. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, let me first start with some of Nigeria's energy policies so far, such as the REMP, the Renewable Energy Master Plan, which highlights 30%, 36% power, renewable energy electricity out of the Vision 2030 of their own.
Hello, Dr. Sulaiman. Could you go ahead? I can hear you, actually. Okay.
Hello, Edika, are you with me?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, my network is bad. So I said, let me start with Nigeria's energy policies so far, such as the Renewable Energy Master Plan. The Renewable Energy Master Plan seeks to enhance renewable electricity by 36% of total generation by 2030. Also, there is the 30-30 national target, 30-30 national target, which is seeking to achieve also 30% of renewable energy by 2030. 2030 is in the next 5 years from now. Then we have the energy transition plan, with its outline on towards net zero by 2060. First, I would like to commend the president on his recent outing and participation at the Mission 300 Africa Summit in Dar es Salaam, the Tanzanian capital, and also for Nigeria's reaffirming its commitment towards Mission 300. But 50% target benchmark as set by Mr. President, personally for me, I would say that's partially realistic and also very ambitious. The Mission 300 project in itself by the World Bank and the African Development Bank is an ambitious project which seeks to advance across board through partnership and collaboration, with 12 countries as member countries submitting their national energy, what is called the National Energy Compact. So which is good. Nigeria setting a benchmark of 50%, but in addressing our energy and our national energy security and also energy provision drive, government needs to come up. I believe government needs to come up with a unified energy governance and investment framework. And in my opinion, it will have to government will have to come up with the National Energy Transition Commission itself, charged with the responsibilities of formulating energy transition regulatory frameworks and implementing all energy transition related activities with regards to the ETP. One of the advantages is the recent bill you're talking about of states being empowered to generate power. That's an excellent one. Government needs to look into critical funding areas in the hydropower sector. So I think that would be my own contribution at now. But beyond all of these benchmarks and what have you, what is more critical at the moment is funding, investment. Critical investment is required, and government is in the right direction. We've seen with the recent World Bank tariffs program with a commitment of $700 million or so. The Rural Electrification Agency under the leadership of Abba Aliu is also doing excellently well. So each of the states must anchor their own program towards achieving the national energy security holistically. Thank you, Eni.
Yeah, but what are the opportunities for the private sector? We see Lagos State talking about going to the capital market. What are the opportunities for the private sector to contribute to this funding and also the incentives for it?
That's a good question. So there are several opportunities in the renewable energy sector. I believe the solar mini grids and off-grid solutions. The Rural Electrification Agency estimates 80 million Nigerians lack access to electricity, making mini grid and off-grid solution highly profitable. So there are programs like the NEP, which offers grants, the Nigerian Electrification Program. It offers grants for private developers. Companies like Hawks Power, Lumos are already making an impact. Private sector players can drive towards this within the ambit of collaboration. In the areas of energy efficiency, energy storage is also a big avenue, a big investment opportunity, which government must support towards its innovative financing model, such as the pay-as-you-go system for solar users, basically. And in the green hydrogen aspect, Nigeria has vast natural gas and biomass resources. There's potential for green hydrogen and bioenergy investments, especially in industries looking to decarbonize.
So now that we have
private sector players can come in partnership with government as a regulatory body. I was in the last Africa Energy Investment and Mineral Resources Summit, AFNIS 24. I proposed a Center for Energy Investment and Innovation to the government to establish what we call the NET Fund, which is the Nigeria Energy Transition Fund, bringing private sector investment players as critical limited partners and government as regulatory body with commitment from all parties and outlining outlining basically an investment roadmap.
All right, Dr. Suleiman, so now that we have talks of probable electricity tariff hike again, because the government is saying they want to reduce subsidy again, how do you see this feeding into this renewable energy plan?
Yeah, Amy, thank you very much for that question. The cost of renewable energy system, especially solar, battery, and all of that, is determined by the volatility of the forex in itself right now, because most of these are imported items, basically. Government must scale in local manufacturing, establish gigafactories for this equipment to be manufactured locally so as to drive down costs. And like I mentioned, innovative financing model such as the pay-as-you-go leasing models so far has proven successful, and government needs to promote synergy between the power generators and also expand the net. So subsidies, I believe government subsidies and incentives are also important. This will require the government to expand the solar power Niger program, which aims, I believe, to install 5 million solar homes and reduce importing duties on key components, solar component basically, which this also will further bring down costs. But above all and beyond is anchoring or fostering public-private partnership between governments, development banks, private investors, and that can help fund large-scale projects, reducing cost through economies of scaling, basically.
All right, Dr. Jama Sulaiman, the Director General, Center for Energy Investment and Innovation. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you, Ini. Thank you.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll head to the markets. And of course, there are other conversations awaiting you on the other side of Business Incorporated. To stay with us.